Audrey Alison, and this is your December 2013 horoscope / taroscope for the month. And I'm excited to be here. I want to thank you again so much for all of your support on YouTube. It means the world to me. I'm going to jump right in with the forecast. We have a new moon on December 2nd. This new moon is 10 degrees Sagittarius in your 9th house. Now, every month we have these new moons, you know that, new and full. And the 9th house is where this newness is going to center for you, where the focus would be for you with your intentions and with your focus. So the 9th house of travel, long distance places, religion and philosophy. The 9th house is governed by Sagittarians. So they love their fun-loving adventures. And that is a beautiful placement in this new moon for you. I want to start off pulling cards right away for you, Aries, because I've had the deck in my hand like I'm ready to go. So I just want to see what comes up for you. Well, we have two. We have the Death card and the Four of Swords. Now, what this would mean, death obviously not necessarily meaning death, but meaning Scorpio, meaning 8th house, meaning transformation, rebirth, regeneration. Your focus, your meditations, your thoughts might be on how to reinvent yourself this new moon in that 9th house. New religions, new philosophies, new ways of thinking, new ways of actually meditating and incorporating a metaphysical feeling or sense of self. We also have our sun currently in December in Sagittarius in your 9th house again. So that is a strong emphasis in that 9th house sector for you. On December 4th, Mercury is going into Sagittarius again in your 9th house. Now, Mercury was retrograde last month, and he has some making up to do because he's going to transit twice in December. He's only staying in Sagittarius for 20 days. So make the best of that 9th house experience. You could be focusing on going long distance, travel through the holidays. That's Mercury, the planet of communication, publishing, writing, short distance travel. It's kind of ironic to have a short distance planet in your long distance house, but you will be moving though. That feels not moving house, but in movement, in transition in your trips. I'm also incorporating an astrology deck for this month because I just got it and I'm very excited about it, and I wanted to see what comes up planetarily for you, Aries. Okay, well, we have the sign of Capricorn that I pulled for you, and since I'm flying by the seat of my pants, I know what this is referring to, and it's later in December on the 21st that I'll get to in just a bit. We have a lot of action in Capricorn, and I do believe that they wanted me to mention this for you, Aries. So I'll just put this to the side and we'll talk about that in just a second. So on December 7th, Mars goes into Libra, and this for you, Aries, is in your 7th house. And that is of relationships and partnerships, or relationships with people if you're not in a committed relationship. Mars is the planet of action and stimulation. So this sector for you will be heightened on December 7th. Now, I get a lot of questions regarding well, nothing happened to me on this exact day. These are actually transits, and I want to remind you to please listen to your rising sign because it's actually more spot on for your transits because your rising sign, your first house determines where your rising determines where your first house is going to be on your astrological wheel in your birth chart. So make sure you incorporate your rising as well, but these are transits throughout the month starting around that day. So if it didn't happen on exactly the 7th, if Mars didn't initiate a relationship with you or for you on December 7th in your 7th house of relationships, just be patient with it because it will be stimulated, but it might not happen on that 2nd. So give it a little bit, give it a moment. But you have a lot of activity. I'm getting a vibe about it. Mars will initiate something for you, Aries. Mars being your ruling planet, this is what I'm getting. So it's actually more effective for you Aries, because Mars rules you. You are governed by him and his direct action. I feel more comfortable with you having something stimulated in your relationship. If you're already in a relationship, there will be more action within it. It could be sexual, could be just general feistiness, and maybe even a little bit of aggression, but I feel like it's more of a sexual tone, so congrats. On December 12th, we've got so much action happening in the planets. Okay, so we have Jupiter trining Saturn. Jupiter, which is stationed in Cancer right now, between 18 and 20 degrees in Cancer, also in a retrograde in Cancer since the 6th of November, is trining Saturn, who's in Scorpio, 18 to 28 degrees Scorpio. Okay, so this is affecting your fourth house of home and family and foundation. This Jupiter retrograde in your fourth house might make you second guess the area or the environment in which you're sleeping, in which you're residing. You could be moving things around, you could be shifting that energy, you could be thinking, focusing more on a move there. So you'll find that on the 12th of December, since Jupiter is retrograde in your fourth house, you want to rethink and review that fourth house. So you're probably not necessarily taking direct action in a move, but you're focusing your thoughts and your intentions on where you see yourself possibly when Jupiter then goes direct. But we still have this retrograde motion for 2.5, 3 more months. December 17th, we have a full moon, 25 degrees Gemini, and this is in your third house of communications, Aries. The Gemini sector for you is your communication, your writing, your publishing, your short distance travel, what Mercury governs, the speediness, the quickness in which you come across to people. This is a beautiful full moon. I love December full moons anyway, just because of their enormity, and it kind of closes the chapter of the year. So focus on the full moon when things are coming to an end and getting wrapped up in a tidy bow for you, Aries. Once again, lots of things flying around the sky while I'm trying to do these readings. Focus on the full moon in your third house, how you want to come across to people, what you are saying and how you are communicating. If you're writing or you're in the publishing field or even entertainment, this is an amazing full moon to finish up projects in that area and also to present them as well just before the holidays, so people have them at their bedside to reflect and review on throughout the holidays. And you never know what can happen in January from that. So let's see, double action here on the 21st of December. So we have the sun switching signs out of Sagittarius into Capricorn on the 21st, and that will be initiating your career in your 10th house, which kind of has something to do with that previous thought that I just had about submitting resumes or publishing or writing previous to that date. Between the 21st or 17th to the 21st would be a good time to submit resumes in regards to career, because we have activation in your 10th house when we have these transits in Capricorn. So we not only have the sun going into Capricorn, we have Venus retrograding in Capricorn in your 10th house all the way through January 31st. So that's some action. That is a lot of action. Venus, the planet of love and money, is going retrograde. It doesn't mean it's going to take away from you. It just means that she's slowing down her beautifying gifts. She's giving you time to focus on this 10th house where she is stationed for you in Capricorn, to focus on what it is how it is you truly want to make your money in that 10th house of career, and what would make you feel most special, and in regards to your possessions and your worth and your self-respect. Venus is the planet, goddess planet, Aphrodite, that will trigger those ideas and those feelings for you. We also have that double Mercury movement on December 24th going into Capricorn in that 10th house again. So we start the month with a lot of 9th house action. We end it with the 10th house activity. And like this Capricorn card was pulled for you, Aries, I believe that that 10th house of Cap is very activated for you in regards to career and the center stage, the higher knowledge. The 10th house is strong for you. With Mercury going in it, you would best be able to communicate in regards to your career. You would be really great at interviews through the 21st and 24th. Even though it's the holiday, I feel like this will be the kickoff, and it'll start something after the holidays come to the close and leading into January, which we'll get into next month. I also want to pull a few more cards for you, 2 more cards for you. I just heard that. Okay, the King of Swords. You want to initiate any development or transaction regarding your career. You being the key initiator, key communicator. The Swords is an air card. It represents Mercury and communications, which we're talking about in your 3rd house, as well as any interviewing. You'd be great speaking in public in the 2nd half of this month. And I'm getting a good feeling about the way you're going to present yourself. You're going to come across to people clearer, more concise, and more direct. Let me pull another one for you. The Judgment card. I'm getting that you should not be your own worst critic at this time, Aries. You are very determined. You're a fighter, and I know that you want to come across as if you are willing to fight for your beliefs and your philosophies and your feelings and what you have stake and claim on. Now, I am getting that you can take a minute and not be so harsh on yourself and maybe not push so much, but just be more clear and calm and speak from the soul instead of pushing forward in command with physical activity and trying to forcefully make your way as that Arian, as the Mars would initiate you to do. Just breathe deep. My name is Audrey Alison, and this was your December forecast. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Please feel free to subscribe and share these videos. You can find me for readings as well. I do private readings throughout the week. So you can reach me at audreyallison.com, and I'm on Facebook at Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot. Have a beautiful December and happy holidays, Aries. Bye.